Play number 9 of series number 1 here. 2:22 left in the first quarter. Ball on the 11, second and 10. As you can see, obviously with the last few plays, he got me out of that run wanting to only run my I formation. I've been running a couple different formations and showing some different things, and really didn't want to have to do that, but he kind of forced me into it with those fourth down plays. So in this case here, I'm going ahead and showing him my option, which I'm in the power or the Panther full house, running the triple option, or the veer option as it is. Now as you can see, his defense, he's in a 4-3 over, which in this case is perfect for me. So it makes this read very easy for me here with him being so far to the outside the tackle. I can see it a lot easier. Option wise, the general rule is handle 1 and 2, option 3 and 4. What that means is, usually when you're running offense, when you're running an offensive play, your O-line has a numbering system for the defense that they see. Makes it a little easier for them, for the rules at least. And most plays have rules. It kind of depends. Most teams will run a rule system for each play, and some of them are very similar. Like if you're running the option, it's very similar to the running the power, at least on the play side of it. Where you're kind of doing almost the exact same thing, handling 1 and 2, optioning 3 and 4 in a sense for the line. So it makes it a little easier for them. And like I said, you usually give the defense a number. In this case, with the nose tackle, if you remember earlier, there was a nose tackle around weak side shade here when I was running weak, and I gave him the number 1. Well, because this guy is either head up to weak side shade or away side shade, going away from the play, he now has no number. He is a 0. Okay, now we move over here. The first guy we see to this side of the field is this defensive tackle, so he gets the number 1 now. Second guy we see, linebacker, that's number 2. We still get a number 3 out of this guy, and the number 4 right there. Alright, so when we're running this play, we should get a good double team block here, a combo block, with these guys working to next level one way or the other, depending on what this backer does. We should get a base here, probably a base right there, boom, and then a kick out there, or maybe he'll just come upfield and maybe find the first different color jersey he sees. Backside here, we're running the veer. I know it has it going straight upfield. Usually I bow it outside because that's really how a veer should be run, or typically is run, I should say. There are inside veers like it has it here, but typically it's run right off tackle, really. So what's going to happen here, like we've said before, you guys have seen me talk about this before. This guy, you're reading this guy, he's your first read, he's number 3. If he comes up field or squats, I'm handing it to my back and getting as many yards as I can. Usually I'm going to try to cut up inside here right off my tackle's butt and turn it up and get as many yards as I can. If he crashes hard on that fullback, I'm keeping it with my quarterback. Now we're going second read. So we've optioned 3, and now we're optioning off of 4. Alright, 4 right there. If he attacks my quarterback, I pitch it. If he attacks my halfback, I keep it and turn up and get as many yards as I can. Typically speaking, if I come to that, to where this guy's my read, I am going to try to attack him with my quarterback and try to force him to play my quarterback to attack him. If I can get that done, then I get the pitch, and I usually have a touchdown or at least a big play. If not, that's fine. I will still keep it with the quarterback and get as many as I can. So let's go ahead and run through this, see what happens, and then we'll discuss. So right off the bat, snap, you can see him coming upfield and then squatting, so I'm handing the ball off here. And then as you can see, I had 2 choices. I can keep it going up the middle, which isn't a bad decision at all. As you can see, there's a nice lane right up in there. There was a backer sitting right there, and then this backer has a chance to get over as well. Although, if this guy doesn't make the play, I may have the opportunity to get in the end zone. But I also put in my tailback, as you can see, that's Lance Dunbar. He's a smaller back, he's a speed back. Normally, when you're running this, it's going to be an actual fullback or a big back, a big sort of a McFadden-sized back, a good 220-pound back. In this case, I go ahead and just go with the speed because I like it, because once I break out here, usually it's a one-on-one with the safety, and it helps to beat him. You know, I like having that speed and agility with Dunbar in there. So, break it outside. Everybody does a good job of blocking. Obviously, he gets off the block but not before I'm past him. And again, my favorite wide receiver over here does not make the block. So I get tackled. It's still a great gain, though. It's a 7-yard gain on that play. Not bad at all. So play success-wise, obviously, is a 1. I get a positive. Plus, I get the positive for decision-making because I made the right read, broke out, and had myself a nice gain on that. If I'd have kept the ball here, it may not have been as bad as long as I can get that pitch off early, but that also allows this safety free reign to get to me. You know, he can take a good angle in that case. Plus, like I said, he didn't make a good block at all. He breaks or gets off of that. He kills my halfback too. So really, this is the best place to go.